What's up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I come at you guys today with a replay video of my new Harpie deck that I featured not too long ago and did a deck profile for. So I have replays for you guys that I've done throughout the week because primarily I don't have the chance to really record as much as I like to during the week. Um, so it does get a little crazy with my schedule, but I was lucky enough to record and lucky enough to give you guys some videos I recorded as well. So just a recap of what the deck looks like. Here it is. And I'll just go down the list for you guys. So I got one Harpie's Pet Dragon, one Harpie Lady Sisters, two Harpie Queen, two Harpie Dancer, two Harpie Oracle, running three Harpie Harpist, three Harpie Channeler, three Harpie Perfumer, and three Harpie Lady 1. For my spells, I'm running three Sign, uh, two Hunting Ground, two Split Mirrors, Elegant Egotist, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Raigeki. Harpie's Featherstorm starts off my traps, Hysteric Parties, and duos, as well as duo of Elegant Harpie Lady, and two jars of Avarice. For my side deck, I got Great Fly, I got Fighter Fighting the Ruma Doll, Deco Talker, who just moved over there, my Lightning Chidori, my Castell, my Ice Beast Zero Fine, my Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, my Tornado Dragon, Gaga Cowboy, Red Eyes Flare Metal, Babushka, the Terribly Tired Tape Eater, Big Eye, and Galaxy Tomahawk. I'm not going to really focus on the monsters in the side deck, but those are just clearly cards, monsters and spells and traps that I use if I want to swap in and out. But I really didn't swap in and out, nothing. I just pretty much used what was in my main and extra deck that I built together. And that's pretty much what you're going to see in a lot of these videos. So, really save? Yes. And let's go into the replays. So, you're going to see a lot of Sky Striker. You're going to see one or two random here decks. And then you're pretty much going to see the rest in, yeah, it's going to be Sky Strikers. A lot of Sky Strikers, a few Trickstar, and then just everybody else. So this was my first match against, I believe this was Trickstar. Is my thing not working right? Hold on, let me load that again. Okay, there it goes. So this is my battle against Sky Striker. So I lead off with Harpie Chandler. I search for Queen, but she gets negated by Ash Blossom. I use Chandler's effect to search and summon, but she gets negated. She gets destroyed. She gets her negation gets. She gets Ghost Ogre, but the Ghost Ogre just negates it. Just stops the activation, not the well, it destroys me, but it doesn't stop my activation. So I go get Perfumer, I search for Ego, I play Chandler, Harpie Sisters, and then I go for Oracle, and then my Oracle picks up. I'm picking up stuff and I'm playing stuff. That's pretty much what's going on. So I go for Perfumer because I have Harpie Sisters. I go for a Sign and an Elegant Harpie Lady. I bait out Ray to bait out Suzuki, and she goes in. I guess I popped the Hornet base. So the Hornet base sends back cards to the deck. I go for Phantasmal Dragon to sit on Phantasmal because I know about the Air Anchor. Then here comes the Twin Twister, which I didn't really see coming. So I go for Phantasmal. I search for Perfumer off of Elegant Harpie Lady. You can't target me with the Air Anchor because I have Phantasmal. So Hagiri, sweet, not Hagiri, Hatate swings at me. Ugh, I'm butchering these names like crazy. Sorry. Suzuki gets played, but then I pretty much just say, okay, I can play around this as long as I can power up Phantasmal, and I did. So that's pretty much what happened there. I go get the Harpie ladies. I go get a Harpie lady. I pop one Hunting Ground to go get Perfumer. Perfumer summons two more, searches for two cards, and then bam. This pretty much game there. My next match, I believe, is Dark Magician. Yes, it is against Dark Magician. So I just pretty much go for my opening play. I go get Sisters. I go get Oracle. Oracle's gonna go get Ego back. I play Hunting Ground. I search for Perfumer. I search for Ego. And I think I have a set Hysteric Party. So here comes the Magic Circle. I predict a Dark Magician summon. So I just go to pop the Oracle. Wind Witch. The Wind Witches get played. They go for the Book of Knowledge. They do all this shenanigans for Dark Magician. I go into Lightning Chidori predicting the Eternal Soul, but nothing came out. So I'm just like, okay, well, let's pop the Eternal Soul. So they go for Dark Magic Attack. I have enough monsters on the field, and I just start swinging for a game. At that point, there was nothing really else summoned that can be done. So that was Dark Magician. My next match here is Ultrageist. I'm not familiar with the Ultrageist. So I just set up like I normally would. Go for Harpies, summon my sisters. So there goes Feather Duster, and then I go for Hunting Ground, I go for Queen, I go for Chandler, and I go for Dancer. Um, so I play the Feather Storm, it gets negated. They go for the level 3, they go for the level 2. I just go for Hunting Grounds to start popping stuff. So Ignited Providence gets played, but it gets played on the Harpie sisters, and that's the Dancer. So I figured that the trap card was gonna stop me, which it ended up doing, and it bounced back my Harpie sisters. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I have enough monsters sent on board. So he sends to summon Link Karibo. He sets another card. I search for Harpie Chandler. So the level 3 gets summoned, the level 2 gets summoned. There's a Link Karibo on the field. I play Dark Hole. So he retrieves with Protocol. He goes searches for the level 4. And then I just start popping whatever I possibly could at this point. I go for Split Mirrors and Seduction. I play Queen. And then I just start swinging with Harpie Chandler. Because there isn't much life points left on my opponent's side, I wasn't really thinking much was going to happen. Summons the Ultrageist. I use Split Mirror. I go for Harpie Lady 1. I pop the face down to destroy the Protocol. They go into the level 3s. And then the level 1. The level 1 swaps out for Link Karibo. Searches for the level 4. I pretty much at this point just want to kill the Link Karibo. So I summon Perfumer, I search for Split Mirrors, I destroy Hunting Ground, I play another Split Mirrors, I summon Dragon off of Channeler, predicting the effect of... No, here's the thing. I could have went for Big Eye, and I didn't go for Big Eye. What I did was I swung a Harpie Lady 1, predicting that the Link Karibo would stop the Harpie Lady 1, and it did. So it let me use Perfumer to swing, and then I swung for Chandler for a game. So I was really lucky at that point, but I should have went for Big Eye, steal the Link Karibo, made a Link monster, and then swung. So my next match, I believe, is another Sky Striker deck. No, it's my most hated deck. It's Trickstar. So I go for Chandler, I go for Perfumer, I search off for Perfumer. The Droll and Lockbird gets played, so I go into Babushka. I can't search off for Harpies because of the Droll. So I'm pretty much just sitting here on Babushka. I stupidly made the first mistake by playing Hysteric Party because I forget I can't search because of Babushka. I think something stopped me from searching. I don't know what it was. But I was also search for Channeler or Perfumer and then go from there. So I just put everybody in attack mode and start swinging in. Place the field spell, some searches... No, he plays Field Spell to destroy the Elegant Harpie Lady. He summons Kerbana. I go for Harpie's Pet. I'm just taking a whole bunch of damage from the Field Spell. He strikes the Harpist. So I don't get anything off the Harpist. I don't know why I didn't... What I got from Elegant Harpie Lady? Because I didn't get anything. It doesn't matter because I'm going to go for Hysteric Sign. I'm going to go for Ego. I'm going to search Sisters. And then I'm just going to swing. So Babushka dies. Nothing to worry about. I start swinging with Sisters, and I swing with Dragon. So I'm just at this point, okay, I'm not going to be able to pop nothing, so let's just see what's the worst of worst. He goes from Cabana into Luxius, and I was like, okay, so I just go Monster Reborn to Perfumer. So I search for Hunting Ground, I go get Ellie and Harpie Lady. At this point, I don't care about my life points. I don't care about the face down card because two of my biggest hitters are already on the board, and I'm just gonna start swinging for a game. And luckily enough, I didn't trigger the face down card, which was Waking the Dragon. Um, Came out in a couple of sets ago. It's a really good trap card. Um, if your opponent destroys it by card effect and it's up to the graveyard, you can banish it and summon a monster from your extra deck. So you can get a lot of these big rank 12s and stuff and just sit on them with their really big effects, which I think what they were trying to do, predicting that I was going to pop something with Honey Ground, but instead I just decided, no, I'll pop other cards. I was trying to pop the Trickstar card, the Field Spell, the Light Stage, but at that point it's like, no, I'll just swing for game. Um, the next is, this is a weird anti-meta deck. So they go for the Maxi, predicting all these special summons. At this point, I'm just doing enough stuff to try to defend. Uh, they go for the Providence, predicting, no, to stop the search effect of the Perfumer. So, all these cards in hand, I have to deal with. So I go into Babushka, and then I drop Oracle to retrieve Elegant Aegis, so I have a weird feeling I'm going to lose my Harpie sisters. So no, that's swap play. So next, here comes this guy, um, Inspector Border. So he pretty much just stops monster effects, and or slows down a number of monster effects played. So they go into Eater Vermilions, and I'm predicting, okay, we'll buy Babushka. But I just remembered that Babushka's on field defense, so the monster effects are down. I get Anti-Spell Fragrance, and I get Unending Nightmare. And I'm like, oh, you kidding me? So, Unending Nightmare, Continuous Trap. Once per turn, pay 1,000 life points, target one face-up spell trap on the field, destroy it. You only use the effect of Unending Nightmare once per turn. This is actually a really good card. A couple of the OCG Harpie decks used Unending Nightmare as a good countermeasure to deal with stuff like True King, True Draco, to help fight off Trickstar, because you can destroy the light stage. But in anti-meta, I never thought this was coming in. Is we're anti-meta banish type of style of deck. And the one thing that tripped me up, honestly, during this match is the Inspector Border, because it limits the number of cards effects that I was playing because of the previous turn of cards that I was playing. So I go into Queen, he stopped with Ash Blossom. I set the Ego, I search to get Perfumer, Featherstorm, and Harpie Channeler. So I play the Hunting Ground. I set the Hunting Ground because I'm locked behind the anti-spell. I try to trigger Queen again, but she gets negated by the other Ash Blossom. So I played my Featherstorm, figuring, okay, the Duster wouldn't really do much. So I just switched everybody to attack mode, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot about the Inspector Border. But he sits on the border, which is weird. So I go into Perfumer, and then I flip the Split Mirrors of Seduction, but it gets destroyed by the Unending Nightmare. So I summon another Perfumer, and then I'm like, alright, I'll just go for Great Fly. And I just start swinging. Luckily enough, Great Fly had enough points. I go for Cowboy, and I Cowboy for game. Which, that is part of the reason why I run Cowboy, is so that I can deal with burn damage if I need to. It's also why Red Ice is in the extra deck, because with the whole time rule and stuff, I at least wanted to have monsters who can help me. And luckily enough, Harpies have access to two big heavy hitters. So my next match, oh, it's Sky Striker. Let me swap it. So they go into Hornet Drone. They go into Kagiri. Kagiri goes get Hornet Drone. Search for the anchor. Set up this Suzuki, and Maxi gets dropped. So I'm like, alright, Maxi, let's play these games. And I go for Harpie Sisters. They negate Sisters with the air anchor. I play Dancer, go into Perfumer, search out for Hunting Ground and Elegant Harpie Lady. I set the Hysteric sign, and I just start beating it in the face, because I'm like, there's nothing that this deck can really do to really hurt me. So I go Great Fly. They go Upstart. They play Hornet Drone, search. Go into Kagiri. Play Afterburner to destroy Sisters. So I flip Elegant Harpie Lady. I go get Dragon, Dancer, and Perfumer. So Hunting Ground's going to trigger. Perfumer's going to trigger. I'm going to get Elegant Harpie Lady and Mirrors of Seduction. I pop Hysteric Sign. which was the right call. They go into Melfos Fusion, draw, go back into the Kagiri, Hayate play. There's Suzuki in Hayate play. Maxi gets dropped, I drop Feather Storm, and I pretty much win it from here. They can't use Ray's effect. I switch Perfumer to defense for some weird reason. I bounce her back, split mirrors to seduction, go get Oracle. Oracle pops Hunting Ground. Hunting Ground pops itself. I go into Perfumer. I go into Great Fly. Go into Harpie Sisters. And I pretty much win it from there. And crazy bored off of what I thought was going to slow me down. Next is, I think, another rematch with, go into another battle with Sky Strikers. So I set up for Chandler. I get Ash Blossoms. I search for Perfumer. I think they go Upstart, go into Horny Drone, go into Veiler. Kagiri gets the Horny Drone back. They go into Needle Fiber. Here comes Jet. Plays because it's not once per turn. They play the Hornet Drone. Go get this lovely lady, the sorcerer. Then they go into the synchro setup, and that's when they summon High Speed Roy Kanabara, who can swing twice and then gain points while he swings. So I go into Hysteric Party. I go get Perfumer. I go get Split Mirrors. So I'm now dealing with this guy, Tapabolic Bomber Dragon. So anyone who wants to know what this guy does, he takes 2 effect monsters. He's a Link 4, points up, bottom left, bottom right, and down. Any monster shows something to a zone that he points to. Any zone that he points, a Link monster points to while this monster is on the field. Destroy all monsters in the main monster zone, as well as other monsters that cannot attack the rest of this turn. After damage calculation, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. So I oopsed and summoned Perfumer into the zone that he was in. So everybody got destroyed. I played Hunting Ground, but then they saw him. So I'm like, okay. So I flip my Jar Avarice, and I pretty much draw, search, and go crazy. So I get Harpie Lady 1, and then I go and get Harpie Chandler. So I thought it was pretty much over here, but they don't use the Hornet Drone. They just start swinging with all their other monsters. I think primarily because the Hornet Drone would have summoned the monster and then you'd have to blow up the Hornet Drone. So I go into Perfumer, I go into Harpie's Pet, I go into Big Eye, and I steal Tapabolic. I start summoning all my monsters. Hysteric Signs effect is negated. But I go into my Decode Talker and I go for game. So I don't care about the Max C challenge. Or care too much about the Max C challenge at that point. But yeah, Max C is one of those cards that my deck just laughs at this point. Random Duel, I go up against the Cyverse. I was really not predicting Cyverse, so I just go into a setup to get Harpie Sisters on the board. I go into Elegant Harpie Lady. I summon Dragon, Harpist, and Perfumer. Perfumer's gonna search. Elegant Harpie Lady's gonna search because it was destroyed. So I go into another Elegant Harpie Lady. I go get Harpie's Hunting Ground. All these big monsters start showing. All these little guys start showing up, and then I'm like, all right, well, Moon Mirror's going to destroy Harpie's pack. I'm going to go into Chandler, and then I search off my side, and then I just start going in for cards. So I pop the Moon Mirror. I go for Perfumer to go get Split Mirrors. Then I summon Queen. I pop my Split Mirrors to go get Dragon. I play another Split, and then I just start swinging in with all my monsters. So I think to the point where, did I summon a lot? No, I didn't summon anything. I just waited it out. So here comes Battle Lord. I play Feather Storm. I go into Harpie Lady 1. I pop Elegant Harpie Lady. I go into Oracle. And I pretty much just set myself up for a game. So I play Raigeki. I go into Great Fly. I flip Hysteric Party. I pretty much just overkill at this point. Because it really wasn't, like, what was I really supposed to do? I go into Phantasmal just to be all cute and fancy. Um, I don't know. I think just why I was just trying to be fancy with it. I could have just swung anything there with Phantasmal, but I guess I just wanted to show off. And then my last match, I think, is Sky Striker. Yep, it's Sky Striker. Let me switch it. Hornet Drone. They play Area Zero, going to Kigiri, going to Sezushi. Zone activates, but he doesn't retrieve no one. Don't know what that was, probably a door. But at this point, I'm just like, alright, pop material. So I try to go search for um, Hellion Aegis, can't get it. Negates Harpies, fine, I'll play Regeki, and then just start swinging in. So at least if either of the cards are destroyed, I'm searching. So goes back into the place with Zero, gets Jamming Wave, um, destroys the Hornet base, sends the cards back to deck, and they go into the Needle Fiber play. So there goes the Junk Synchron, the Summoner Sorceress. But the Summoner Sorceress didn't summon anything, but they go into the Tapabolic Dragon. So I'm like, alright, I'll search for Chandler, and then I'll make my plays there. I destroy the Area Zero to get Ray. Ray summoned, destroyed Chandler in herself. So I played both Hysteric Signs. I guess, screw it, I wanted my ego. So I search, because they double Twin Twister. And I'm like, alright, it's just time to summon everybody. So I go into Perfumer, I pop Hunting Ground, I go into Egotist, I summon Chidori, and I get rid of the dragon. So I'm like, yes, I don't have to worry about it. So I set my 2 cards in my turn. The Upstart gets played. I forget Jamming Wave was going to wreck me. But then I flip to draw Avarice, sending stuff back to the deck. Shuffle, draw into a Monster Reborn. The Elegant Harpy Lady goes off. I go get Oracle, and then I just go from there. I'm really too much not worried about life points at this point, um, because literally I got rid of the Summon Sorceress, so they can't go back into the Tapabolic. So they go into the Hayate, go into Suzu, and then I'm just like, alright, time to summon things. They Solemn Judgment the Hunting Ground. And I'm like, alright, no more games. Just get everybody to the board. So I summon Pet Dragon, I go get Sisters, I summon Oracle triggers, I go get Great Fly, and then Dragon, and then start swinging. I play Featherstorm, I kill the Ray, and then that's game. So, yeah, that was pretty much my replays. Um, and let's show up the deck just one more time for you guys to see all of it. Had a lot of fun with this. Like I said, the build is pretty good. It's really, really good. Besides the fact that a lot of people are questioning the Jar Avarice, it did what it needed to do. It retrieved. I got what I got my draw. I got my recovery, and bam. And it, despite the fact that it's not part of Avarice, I'm not too upset about, but it's really good trap card. I was very skeptical at first to want to put this in here, because I was going to actually put in Pot of Dichotomy, but I remembered I'm not running multiple different types unless like I go into my extra deck real fast. And um, even though I don't get Battle Phase off of Pot of Dichotomy, um, Jar gets every different type of, can get every card I needed, and it's in the stuff back to deck. Except it can't get a copy of itself, so I can't loop it. But I was really excited to get Jars working, Jars going, and those duels that Jar did help. Oh my god, they really did help. So thanks everybody for watching. If you guys have any questions, um, go ahead, leave them in the comment section below, because I know a lot of people are going to have questions about, the deck itself and everything. But I was really happy to build this. I was really happy to show off the replays, and I know you guys have been wanting those. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps out tremendously. And I will see you guys next time. HBJ signing out. Take care.